Hello, my name is Clark, and I'd like to talk to you today about kidney disease and the effects on your mental psyche that it does have. If you've come across this video, either you or someone you know or love that's very close to you is going through kidney dialysis. And I'm here to say that I know it's tough. This is the third year, going on the fourth now, of kidney dialysis for me. And since I was diagnosed with chronic kidney disease, I did suffer some severe depression and a lot of anxiety because of the way it made me feel and what I had to do. And I know so many others have gone through this and so many other things as well. Other medical problems that come up have even made it worse, and the way you feel even worse. And that's really kind of what I wanted to talk about today. And I want you to keep in mind that I'm not a health professional, a mental health professional in any way. But I do have a little bit of knowledge about how this affects you and how you can get through that. It pains me to see if I walk into the clinic, people sitting there waiting for a ride, waiting to be picked up, and they just look so weak and they look so tired. And that hurts me just because I know that feeling. And even though I haven't had the bad feelings like they do, because perhaps maybe I haven't been doing treatment long enough, or maybe I don't have any of the other complications right now, at least, that they do. So I realize that they're going to feel a lot worse than I can. But because I feel a lot better, I wish to be able to do anything that I can to help you feel better. Because in reality, we're all in this boat together. And we need to rely upon one another. We have our family members, we have close friends that are always going to be there for us. But we also have one another. And why that's so good is because we can use each other's experience to better our own self-worth, our own way of seeing ourselves. There's so much that life still has to offer us, even though we're tethered to a machine practically. We still have a life that is worth living and something that we can really look forward to spending our time doing, and that is living our lives. Maybe you are on the transplant list, maybe you're not able to receive a transplant. You can still use these tips and some of these tools to help you out. And this was something that I was taught, and I wanted to share this with everybody because I know how difficult it is. And for me to get to where I am mentally and emotionally has been a very long and hard journey, and very, very well fought. Simply because I never thought that I would ever experience this type of feeling that I do now. Much more so than I ever had before, simply because I was already dealing with anxiety and depression before my kidneys stopped functioning. And I want you to think, and maybe you've heard this before, but this is a tip that's so helpful. And when you're dealing with your own physical ailments and other things that are going on around you, many of us are on disability. We don't have a whole lot of money, and everything comes in, crowds you out, and it's like being in a packed area of people. And the first thing you want to do is just draw your arms up to your body and just take little breaths, because if you take too deep a breath, your arms are going to go back out again. And all you want to do is just break free. You want to get to an area where you can say, okay, I can breathe again. And that's what anxiety does to you. And in my case, my anxiety induced me to have depression. And once I found out I had chronic kidney disease, that depression worsened, and it worsened a lot. So I had to really, um, I really had to work with these tools that I was given. Even though I didn't think that it was going to work, it did. And I'm here to tell you that this is the truth. This is truly uh, works. It worked for me, and I know it can work for other people too. And I'm not advocating any particular style or any particular person developing any of these, just the teaching itself. And imagine yourself in that crowd. You just want to break free. You want to be out to where you can relax your arms, you can breathe regularly. And the same thing happens with our daily lives, especially when we have a condition like chronic kidney disease and that we're faced with regular dialysis. And all these problems and all these concerns come in and weigh in on us. And it's like that person jam-packed into that crowd. You feel drawn up and you can't breathe. You can't move for fear of stepping on somebody, stepping on a foot, knocking somebody over, whatever. And these things that come in on you, it's all coming in you at the same time, and you just can't cope with it. And it causes you to build up that anguish feeling, that feeling of dread, even though nothing's there to harm you at the time. But imagine putting your hand out like this and moving it about. Just put it out forward ahead of you and just move it about like that. And picture that as a bubble around you. And nothing is inside that bubble but you. Just you alone. And that's your bubble of calm. And outside is all the other problems. That's your day-to-day issues, your bills, your rent, mortgage, whatever, your car payment, groceries, insurance, all that stuff. And it's your kidney disease, your regular routine of dialysis. It's your fluid restrictions. It's your food restrictions. It's everything. And once you can push it out in front of you, like here, say, okay, you're out here like this. You have to give me this room. This is my space. This is where I am in control. Yes, you're there. I see you. I know you're there. And I know that I can handle it. But it's got to be one at a time. Just because you're there and you need my attention, I'm not going to just give it to you, because this is my space and only I can control what goes on in here. So pick a number and stand in line, and I will get to you in the order that you came. And priority is going to be our physical health. So taking care of ourselves, eating right, watching our fluid intake, taking our binders, stuff like that, that plays the biggest role in it. And then everything else comes later. The bills will be there no matter what we do. So those can wait for just a little bit until you get this other organized. And once you have it out there, you can see it, then you can organize it in a manageable way that allows you to deal with it in such a way that it calms the anxiety in your body, and it helps ease those symptoms of depression. And if you are going through this yourself, I do understand that all too well, because I've gone through it. But if you just visualize things like that, it helps your mental well-being. And that mental well-being is a real key point in your physical well-being as well. Yes, kidney dialysis does take a toll on you. and it starts other problems as well. And many of you out there have those problems, and they're not going to go away, and they are going to continue to make you feel bad. But your outlook on life can be such that it improves how you feel about it and makes you realize, okay, I am not my disease. I am working with this disease because it's hit me whether I wanted it to or not. It's part of me now. It's a part of you. It's part of who you are in your daily life. Even if you do get relief, if you do get that golden call from the hospital for a transplant, you will still remember that you did go through this, and there you may face a time where you're going to have to go through it again. You already have those experiences, but now you have the tools to cope with it in such a way that is really going to make you feel better. Now, this video I am putting out for people that live in near the Sanford, North Carolina area. However, I'm also uploading this to anybody else that watches it that can be from somewhere else. And I would really love to start discussions with any of you about this, how it makes you feel, how your chronic kidney disease makes you feel, and how you can find ways to help you feel better. So please, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a like, and please add a comment, and let's start a conversation, and maybe I can help you feel better too. And you're still going to have your good days and your bad days. Those aren't going to go away. But you can still improve your outlook, and life is so much better because our lives are worth it. Mine is worth it. Yours is worth it too. And nobody is better than anybody else. We're all in the same boat, and we all deserve to have dignity and respect, self-respect, and respect from others as well, as warriors of a condition that is really not treatable. It doesn't go away. So I really hope that this video is finding you in good health, good mental health. And if not, I hope it helps you. I really do, because I do care for you. I do care for anybody who's going through any type of chronic ailment, and it is getting them to feel down. I really do hope that you find that happy part of your life, the happy part of your life that maybe you felt you'll never see again. I have seen it. I have it back, and I hope that you find yours too. Thank you for watching, and I really do hope that you leave a comment. Let's strike up a conversation. I would really love to talk to you. Thank you so much, and good health to you, and I wish you all well.